Welcome, friends and family. Hope you guys have been well. It is a lovely Saturday afternoon, and I did say that I was gonna jump on and continue inking my sketch from last week this week, but I didn't get the chance. Work was so busy, and yeah, I thought I'd give it a go now. Didn't want to keep you guys waiting. It's nice to see somebody on and checking out the video. What I'm gonna do now, guys, is I'm gonna flip the camera around. Ronan, what's happening? Hope you guys doing. Hope you are well. Yes, I am in my pajamas. I'm in my Captain America comfortable robe, and I'm chilling. It's been a nice, lovely, chilled out afternoon. Well, yeah, chilled out Saturday morning because it was a busy week. But I'm gonna flip the camera around, guys. I am gonna continue on the sketch, and I'm gonna go through. I had a few questions that friends and family and Instagram and Facebook, and I've got a couple of YouTube questions to be answered. Now, Ronan, what I wanted to tell you regarding your message yesterday, and sorry for the late reply, dude. I genuinely had a really bad, busy week at work, and it kind of took over everything. Let me see if that's in focus. So I'm continuing on my Punisher and Superman sketch, and I don't know if you saw the Punisher last week, but that's how it looks at the moment. But I've been watching the Punisher, and I've been catching up on what's been happening, and I am absolutely loving the show at the moment. It's absolutely good. Alright, guys, I'm going to use these lovely markers that my wife got me. And I'm going to sketch on Superman. Let me grab it. Where is it? There we are. It's a pencil. Yeah. And I'm going to continue. They're called graphic. They're line markers, usually done for like straight lines and graphic. I think it's more architecture pens than sketching pens, but they've worked out so good here. So where do I start? Usually I'd start off at some point, but today I'm just gonna go randomly. I'm gonna go in with the head, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do outlines, guys, so you guys can kind of see where I go and the kind of look I want to give this Superman as well. But Ronan, you asked me regarding making mistakes. Making mistakes is like the part of doing art, I think. Personally, I make so many mistakes, and while I am doing this sketch, I've made many mistakes. So yes, of course, I used to get fed up after doing a sketch, and then like going through the whole process and then realizing, oh shit, I made a mistake. Sorry for my language, guys, but it doesn't bother me no more. I continue. What I've learned to do is that, of course, you're going to have loads of mistakes, or you're going to make a mistake. You can use whiteout, you could use, Tipp-Ex, or, some people even stick on another piece of paper to cover that mistake. There is so many ways, guys, to cover a mistake, or you work with it. I have realized over the years of getting back into sketching that I have literally, I don't care anymore. I work with the mistake. I suppose it makes my artwork a bit more unique as well. I mean, look at how many muscle mistakes I got in the Punisher right now. It doesn't bother me no more. I'll be honest, I'm not looking to do, I want to do the artwork to a standard, but I still want it to be my style. And I think I've learned to accept the fact that most of my sketches will not come out perfect, and I will have a mistake here and there, but it's only human. But I don't let it bother me as much now. I really just work with it. I don't let it bother me no more. I am gonna sketch all the time, and it could be something unique, to be honest. That's how I kind of see it. I suppose that's how you're supposed to see life as well. Like, fail forward. We're always going to be making mistakes along the way. You do the best you can. Don't be too hard on yourself, honestly. Just work with it. And trust me, you know, something good will come out of it. You'll end up enjoying it and realizing, alright, shit, it wasn't that bad. So, guys, the style I've gone for my Superman look is a very, you know, very strong, broad-looking Superman here. Big muscles, big chest, you know, really wide. I've drawn him in a way where I want it to look like he's floating behind the Punisher. And I'm going to drop the inks in today so you guys can see the process that I use when it comes to inking. Let's have the cape come around this way. And so I'm using a 0.8 thick. Is it 0. No, this is 0.5, sorry, that I'm using to sketch the outlines for the larger lines. I know a lot of people scribble the lines to make them a bit more thick. It doesn't bother me, to be honest, anymore. I kind of I used this style of mine, which I'm happy with, and it will do the job that I need it to do. So there we go, cape. I don't know if you guys saw Justice League. Let me know your thoughts, guys, because like I know there was so much going on. Let me see what it says here. Hello. Yes, Ronan. That's what I did. I made an inking mistake and then tried to hide them with color. Then made coloring mistakes and figured to hide them with bruises. This is what happens. It's what you got to do. I mean, I suppose as an artist, you're going to make mistakes, and it's about learning from them and, you know, moving forward from that. Even in my drawing, as I told you, I've got loads of muscle mistakes, but I've had a thought in my head. Like as I'm sketching right now, I've just had an idea, and I'm gonna implement that idea. But that's gonna be something for tomorrow, guys, because all I wanted to do today was catch up on the actual sketch itself, getting the inking down for that. So then when it comes for me to tomorrow to start colouring, because I want to drop some watercolours on this. I actually personally want to see what it looks like with watercolours. This Superman, I've given him quite a long head. So I'm going to see if I can... I'm going to try and tighten that up a bit after. And his hair looks too neat, which I'm going to try and get rid of. Let's lower this a bit. Still got pencil rubbering from when I did the Punisher on it. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw Justice League, but I'm going to do a quick review. Well, I've done my initial review, but I'm going to do another review on, you know, why Warner Brothers are panicking. And why, you know, there's a Zack Snyder cut. Like, these guys, they don't seem to learn, do they? Because I blatantly think if they brought out a Zack Snyder cut, they'll end up cussing him still. Nobody's ever happy no more, and they're not appreciative of what they get. They always want to... People don't know how hard it is to make a movie. I suppose that's why we get so much problems. There's other issues happening in the world, and people want to talk about how bad a movie is. You guys need to just go enjoy and have a laugh, man. It's just a movie. It is just a movie. I've given Superman a little bum chin in this one, but I'm going to go in with details in a bit. I'm going to outline the thicker lines. Guys, get used to using a ruler as well. I don't tend to use one. I should do. My sketches would look so much more straight, but it's practice for me to get straighter lines. But, you know, I make loads of mistakes. Like, that's all wobbly. But as I said, I don't care. It's not meant to bother me. I don't let it bother me. So I will just continue. And what I've done here is I've done this Superman like the one that we've seen now, the Zack Snyder's vision, which doesn't bother me at all. Let's put a 0.3 on this. Any more questions? Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to press. Nope, that's it. No, that's fine. Sorry guys if it's got a bit of a wobble. I try and keep it in focus. Yeah, so I'm gonna go for the Zack Snyder look on this one. I love the way the ink rolls off this. So good. You know what, while I was at work this week as well, guys, I've realised that there's a couple of pens that I want to ink with and show you guys later on. It won't be in this week's session, but hopefully next week I'll come back to it and I'll show you some tools. And these things are like so cheap, but they're so good. They look amazing. Alright, let's go in with a bit of detail on his hair. So I've kind of given him the Henry Cavill look, kind of, not fully, because there are still elements that I still like of the way I draw Superman. And I think anybody who's an artist, who's a fan of comic books, have drawn this character. I don't think there's nobody that hasn't drawn this character. So I've given him a really large neck because I wanted to match his body. But see, like, I've still made a mistake there because it seems like his head doesn't match up. But I don't care, guys. It's my drawing, my sketch. I make it look like the way I want to. Even with my mistakes, it doesn't bother me. I've given him a longer nose, nostrils, a bit of a lip, there we go. Strong facial features. I'm going to go in with the shading with my Pro markers later on, guys. I think at the moment now I'm going to drop the ink, the outlines, and then I'm going to drop in the line work straight after, which you guys will get to see. Let's get these eyes open. I want to say a massive thank you for everybody who's joined in today. Sorry I haven't shared this on social media. I think I'm picking the wrong time to do this, but hopefully it will come up on everybody's feed. I'll share the feed after. That's the first time I've done some eyes really nicely. I'm quite proud of that. I'm not a big fan of drawing eyes for some reason. I've been practicing more on facial features, even doodling in my workbook at home, at work, trying to get, I mean, I don't know, how does that look to you? Hope that looks cool. What I'm going to do as well, like I'm doing all the lines now, I'm going to drop in some white gel pen inks after, and I will give it a different texture to the hair. I think thicker lines need to drop in. I am just going with it, to be honest. Yeah. Hair is very hard to do, I think. Trying to get something that looks really cool, like that's why I'm going to drop in the thicker lines later. I mean, at the moment now I'm trying to work with the way the lighting is, which was coming from this way. I'll drop that on the skin tones later. Let's get his S on his chest. I think this is every kid's, whether you're a girl or a boy, who sketches Superman, is the best part. And everybody does it in different styles. I've always done it the way it was done in the movie. People do it in different ways. I think Jim Lee does it a different way as well. But I kind of like this way I'm doing it right now. Alright, very bad connection. Sorry guys, connections seems to be a bit bad, but I should come back at any moment for you to say hello. What are you guys up to this weekend anyway? I hope you guys are still watching. Sorry guys, connection's pretty bad. Oh, it's back. Sorry guys, I was just checking my internet. Don't know why the connection's quite bad, but I am in the loft, so I always end up with uneven eyes. Sometimes an eye is larger than the other one. I still, you know what? If you go through comic books and you see comic book artwork, yeah, it takes time. You're gonna have to practice loads. Cross-eyed too. Yeah, I do it all the time. It doesn't bother me no more. I'll be honest. I just keep pushing forward. Ronan, when you get the chance, I'd like you to just keep trying. Don't let it bother you. Even make mistakes and work with it and see what happens. I've learnt to just go with it now. I mean, look, even with the lines here, can you notice? These lines are thicker than that. Doesn't bother me. The overall drawing, I think the eyes, the face, people look at the face first before they analyse anything else. So don't let that bother you. Let's get into a bit of the details of his cape. Don't worry about it, dude. Trust me. It'll be alright. Guys, I'm just dropping in a few lines for the sketch. I'm going to use another pen to drop in the different definitions and lines. For now, I'm just dropping all the major lines so you guys can see. So just kind of group in the muscles and we'll go from there. Okay, well, is when it gets interesting. So, I think I'm going to use the pigment marker for this. I've got the pigment marker 8. And I'm going to drop in some lines, guys, so you guys can see what's happening. So, you know, people call it cross-hatching. You know, they're lines to definition and find some sort of shading. They can work together, you can cross them. It doesn't bother me too much because what I'm going to do after these lines is I'm going to drop a marker just to dig out some parts of the muscles. They're both, as I said, as you can see, they're both going to be different styles of sketches. And it doesn't bother me that I'm mixing and matching different styles of the way I draw it. It makes me feel better. And you'll see how it drops in there. Everybody likes to crosshatch in a perfect way. I don't. It's something that I'm still practicing on. I genuinely, it doesn't bother me. It does not bother me at all, guys. even if they overlap. I don't know, I feel like it gives you a different depth of the sketch as well. It doesn't bother me too much. Let's do some rubbing away while the ink settles. There we go, much more cleaner looking drawing now. I can't wait to drop the inks on this tomorrow. Have you guys been watching The Punisher on Netflix? I'm on I just watched episode 7 and 8, and it was very interesting on what was happening. Very interesting. I am actually really enjoying it at the moment. I am excited to see where it goes. Sorry guys, I haven't got much to say today, but if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop a comment. If not, guys, I hope you guys are following my social media feeds. It's a Black Friday weekend. I've got some deals and some sketches I'm giving away at ridiculous pricing, but they're like signed digital prints of my artwork. Some of my favorite pieces. They are limited. I've only printed a few of them. They are old prints that I had done for a show last year, and I've still got a few left, so I'm giving them away at a ridiculous price. And then I've got a competition at the end of this video. Hopefully somebody enters, and I'm not gonna lie, I will send this prize anywhere in the world. I just want you to enter, give me your thoughts and some feedback, give me your favorite quote, and I will announce the winner tomorrow, and I will send that in the post Monday, Tuesday for you guys, so you can receive it and let me know what you think, and we will go from there. Yeah, I hope somebody enters. So defining some muscle. So this is where I do the outlines. I'm going to make now is for the markers, and then I'm going to drop some more lines after that. Wow, man, I'm actually pretty tired today. It's been a tough week at work. I don't know what your guys' week was like, but I've started a new job. I'm learning new things, constantly learning. I'm trying to get better and learn more. I suppose everything's a learning curve when you're experimenting on where life takes you next. But yeah, I'm on this wicked little journey at the moment, which I'm very excited about. The future looks absolutely amazing, and we're gonna see where it heads to. All right, so these outlines I've left here are this is gonna be some really dark lines, but I wanna leave it in a way where it's still quite line work. Don't let it bother you that the line work right now looks so messy. You're gonna see a transformation very soon, and you're gonna be like, what? It doesn't, as I said guys, it does not bother me. I just continue forward, and I'll keep sketching to my heart's content. The lines do not need to be straight. I do not hold myself behind any barriers. Sketch how you want, guys. As long as you get to finalize what you wanted to do when you thought of that process, then your work is done. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it cloud your judgment. I'm going to use the eraser because I've done this side, so hopefully I'm going to drop some more lines in there. No, I've got it all over my robe. Alright, let's continue with a few more lines. I don't know how that's coming together, guys, but I can see my end vision coming together really, really like Superman-like. Man, I can't wait to drop the inks on this, hopefully. Oh man, okay, I'm almost done. Just drop in some more line work. Cape. Superman's cape. Can you see the mistake I've made? It doesn't bother me though, as I said. I suppose you see it the way you want to see it, but it doesn't. I've gone way past it, letting it bother me. I'm going to just continue. There we go. Alright, so that's using a Pigma marker. I've just dropped in lines. The ink's running out on this, so I can see where it's running out. But as I said, I'm not going to let it bother me. And guys, I just use this Sharpie marker. I don't know why. I shouldn't use this thickness, but I do. And where the lines was, this is just to indent some of his shapes. So I don't let it go out of control completely, but just where it's needed. I drop it just where it's needed. Usually around the muscle structures. And I love the way this paper just soaks it all in. I would use that, or if you really want to take your time, I would use my Pentel brush pen, which I don't use too often. I should do. And watch this thing sink right into the paintwork. Sorry, I mean the water. The sketch paper, the watercolored paper. Look at the way it just sinks in. It's absolutely amazing, this thing. I love it to bits. This is where I go a bit thick with the lines. And then it doesn't look so straight, if that makes sense. I'm still going to drop darker colours around there, and hopefully it will match up quite nicely. Let's do this side. There we go. Remember what I was saying about dropping it into his hair? So thick lines. This Pentel brush is the best. You still get to see the ones underneath, the smaller lines are made, but I just like the way this feels. It just gives it a different look. Anyway, here we go. I know his eyes are not exactly in the middle of his head, but that doesn't bother me. Alright. So that's the ink's dropped down. I'll just use the There we go, guys. Usually before you start inking, try and another mistake I've made there is try and do the outline before you drop the thick black parts into it, like the thick lines, and drop in the ink that I've just dropped now. Try and erase before you fill in those lines, or if you're going to do something a bit more like what I'm doing right now, make sure you rub the pencil out before you even get to this stage, because this stage gets a bit messy. And as you can see, I've already smudged a little bit. But as I said, don't let it bother you guys. Keep pushing forward. It's a sketch. Sketch is meant to make you practice, make you get better at it, and hopefully with my help you guys can feel a bit more confident on sketching and doing as, you know, going as wild as you want, guys. Don't let anything restrict you, and just go from there. There we go. That's Superman all lined up and inked. Have I got anything else that I need to add? No, I think that's it, guys. I'm going to go from there. I'm going to leave it as that, and we will get back to it tomorrow, guys. I think tomorrow I'm going to drop in the inks for Superman and the background. Watch this thing pump out. I'm going to add a few bruises to Mr. Frank Castle, because Ronin, you inspired me to do that, and I feel like, you know what, I maybe just drop some in. No, I'm going to wait. Sorry about my creaky chair. Right. Let's flip this bad boy around. There we go. This is how it's looking so far. Let me bring the light in a bit closer. You can see where the paper is quite rigid, so sometimes the lines will come out a bit weird, but there we go, guys. This is what I've come up with. Cross hatching, and I'm still practicing, so I can't wait to drop the inks on this one. But let me, man, I look like the nutty professor right now. I hope that did help out. I'm gonna have the inks in tomorrow, and then we will go from there. My hair's a mess. I'm gonna keep this on and go from there. If you guys have any more questions, guys, please do drop me a message or drop a comment, and we'll go from there. I want to say thank you for joining me. Hope you guys are having a lovely weekend, and I will catch you up tomorrow. If you guys are not following my social media places, oh sorry, I was just reading what. Don't ruin the tate. I don't think I ruined it. I hope I haven't. It should be alright. Don't add the bruises. Oh, really? You sure? Okay, cool. I won't add it. Alright, Ronan. Said it from the artist himself. Do not add no bruises. Keep it the way it is. I will do. As I was saying, if you weren't following my social media places? Oh, you're welcome, Ronan. Social media pages. Follow me on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Just type in Qibla Ahmed Art in Google and most of my social medias will pop up, guys. Yeah, I want to say a massive thank you, and I'll catch you guys up tomorrow. Have a wonderful afternoon, guys, and a good weekend. One love. Peace.